All right, what's happening, everybody? How's it going? Try to make a good one today, of course, like always. Okay. So we're doing a pen and ink today of this little owl buddy. I thought the lighting was really nice, and I thought most of the brown feathers, I almost said fur, most of the brown feathers can be the tone of the paper, I think. So we can put some white on there, some shadows, call this one a day really quickly here, hopefully. But anyway, thanks everybody for tuning in. We got a lot of people already. You guys were waiting around, so sorry I kept you guys waiting for a second, but let's jump into it now. Let's try to find, here we go. Okay. It's definitely a bird. I hope this one will be cool. King bee. I hope. I'm going to do my best here. I'm going to do my best. The bird kind of weirdly cuts off at the bottom, so we'll see. We'll see what I do with that. I'm not really sure. I think I just do the same thing. But I'm just going to try to block in its width versus height. I don't want to make it too big. I tend to do that, and then it takes forever to draw it. So we'll just make it a good size here. Looks like it goes out a little bit more there. And more here, all the way down. So maybe something like that. I know it's probably hard for you guys to see that, but don't worry. Just starting off lightly here to get my bearings a little bit first. Talking about owls, what languages do you know, Brandon? I know very little of a few languages, not a whole lot at all though. But mostly English, or barely English, as you guys can hear when I mumble on all the time. So now I'm just starting to refine some of the shapes a bit, because I feel like I got, it's kind of the Cyclops owl, isn't it? You can only see one of his eyes, right? You got the Cyclops owl. I just realized like the eye is almost like right in the middle. It's kind of weird. Yeah, I've always liked doing small artwork. I don't really know why. I mean, I kind of know why. Because it's something I can do really quickly. And I don't have to invest a lot of time into it if it goes badly. This is too big, huh? Alright, let's not start out with a circle. Let's start out with, let's kind of try to define the parameters here. Also, I want to get his markings in here. So this white marking, let's try to figure out where that is, because that could help me, as well as his beak. So the beak is like right here, comes down. So pretty soon here I should get into the pen and ink part, because yeah, there's not a whole lot to draw here, so luckily. This is probably sticking out a little too much. It looks like Pikachu right now. Yeah, it kind of does actually, just with the way the body is. And the ear. Just need like another big ear here. So we'll see if we can get this eye So I'm just breaking the circle of the eye down kind of into straight lines. And then I'm gonna cut off all the corners where necessary to try to get the shape. So it just kind of helps me sometimes to draw with straight lines. So that's why I have a variety of approaches that I can take when I start a drawing. You know, I can go with curves where I feel necessary. You know, if I feel like I need more of a gesture, you know, I can come in and do a curve. Or I can do it with a straight line, or I can mix both of them. So it's always good to have a variety of methods to use. Sometimes there's some methods that just don't work sometimes, or they're just not working for you at that moment in time. So you got to kind of try something else. Thanks, Tim. I'm trying. What's going on, Rodrigo? Thanks for tuning in. And also, thanks for being a member. To all my green folks out there, my green named folks in the chat. I know some people can't see that depending on the app or whatever they're using, but when I'm looking at the chat right now, I can see everybody that's a member has a green name, so they kind of stick out. So it's very helpful, and you guys are very helpful for supporting me. Greatly appreciate that. But I also want to mention very quickly, before I get too far into this, because I always forget to do this, be sure to check out my website, schaeferfineart.com. I have some paintings and drawings over there on the website. Drawings like the one you're seeing now, and also some paintings like the one I did yesterday. I have the one from yesterday up for sale on my website already, so definitely go check that out. I also have a support page you can check out. Has some links on there for donating, some t-shirts and other things, a Patreon page where you can support me monthly, or a Bandcamp page where you can check out some music that I create in my spare time. But yeah, just, you know, if you have some time, check out my website. Let me know what you think. I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you guys for being patient with me as I do this drawing and try to remember to do everything I need to do. Let's see. Try to fix this. It's gonna look, the eye is gonna be challenging. So it's a very important aspect that I have to get right, but sometimes just trying to get that shape just right. I don't know if I'll be able to, but I'm gonna try. You know, it's hard when you got 41 people watching, you know what I mean? And I'm sure more will join later. I've been averaging about 100 people every night, so it's a big difference from a few months ago when it was only 30 every day. Now we're getting over 100, so we're growing, folks. We're growing. We're doing some good work, I guess, so that's good. Just got to keep going. But anyway, I don't want to get too caught up in any details right now. I'm just giving myself some reminders, you know, like, okay, this is dark, kind of this whole shape's going to be dark, and it goes down. You guys can't really see what I'm doing, but just kind of drawing a line down. a shape here that is shadow. The beak needs to go out more. Yeah, it probably does actually. There we go. How about that? You know, I would have put that in ink, and then I would have been later on. I would have been like, "Yep, I probably should have made the beak point out more." It's hard to see stuff sometimes when I draw it so quickly in the beginning, and then I just start doing the ink. Yeah, I don't realize like everything I missed. You know. Like, oh, this should have been out more, this should have done this. Because I like doing things so quickly. I mean, these are just little sketches anyway, you know. It's not like, I mean, I do want them to look good, of course, but, you know, they're not like hours and hours of drawing or anything. This isn't like I don't see these as finished drawings or anything. They're just fun sketches. Just trying to learn and see like how good can I make something in such a short amount of time. But I need more charisma. I'll be fake like everybody else. What's going on, everybody? It's pretty chicken. You know, yeah, it's not me, dude. You want me to like drink? I'll be like everybody else and be like, oh, let me go grab my coffee. Let me do this. And oh, I gotta have my coffee before I do. There's so many vloggers like they do the same thing. Everybody does the same exact thing. Oh, I love coffee. I gotta have my coffee. Blah, blah. I don't drink coffee. I don't like coffee. It's stupid. I don't want to be fake and get fake viewers. Like most people's hobby is like, oh, let's drink coffee and go film B-roll or something. You know, it's like... You guys know I'm talking about that. I mean, there's plenty of people that do that. Every video, that, what's going on? You know, it's like, are you always that way? I mean, some people are like that. You know, some people do have that kind of energy all the time, but a lot of people out there just doing it to get views. You know, they got to talk fast and say it like this and be exciting and do this quick move and everything's quick. It's like, dude, what are you on, man? Slow down, calm down. But that's just my opinion, though. It's just me, man. I'm just chill. I'm chill. This is how I am. I attract all the chill people, you know, so that's how we do it here. If it's not your thing, then it's cool. You don't have to stick around, you know what I mean? All right, I feel pretty good about this. I mean, I feel good about the lighting. I feel good about what it looks like. I'm pretty sure. Let me just... I feel like this might stick out too much. I think that shape sticks out a little too much. Other than that, I think I'm pretty close here. See. Come down. That's probably better, I think. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. The subtle humor. Yeah, I do have that sometimes, you know. It depends. Depends on the day, man. Sometimes I'm pretty good with it. Like I have a lot of like just random subtle humor, or just like I can joke off of some things you guys say or whatever. But sometimes I'm more... I mean, you guys have seen me where I've been on the stream and I didn't even say anything. You know, I just like draw and didn't even really say much or laugh about anything or do anything. But, you know, it just depends on the mood and what's happening. And yesterday was a little crazy because I had that crazy painting challenge that I was doing, so it was a lot of crazy energy going on and stuff. I was excited to like try something new. But today it's kind of chill, you know, we're just kind of drawing and we're just, yeah, definitely more low key then, that's for sure. Most of the time I don't even do a stream on those days because it's just too much work. All right, I think we do the ink. And look at this, we got a brand new pack of pens. I don't know if, I'm not gonna use these yet. I might bust them open. I also got some new white pens as well. So, yeah, we're good. We got a lot of pens over here. But I'm gonna keep using these other ones until these die, pretty much. You know, I could try using this 03 pen today. Should I do that? Or I'll stick with the 05, I guess. Let's do the 05. Yep, I definitely love to challenge myself, that's for sure. Yeah, owls are cool, man. Owls are cool. I actually saw one the other night when I was in Southern California recently. I saw an owl very quickly just fly by, you know. It's always cool when you see stuff like that because it's something you never see, you know. And it's when you do see it, it's like, whoa. All right, so I got to be careful with this owl here because he's very fluffy. So he's very like furry looking, not furry, but he has all these hairs and stuff on this side of him. I'll show you guys on the reference. See all these little hairs sticking out? So when I'm drawing this, I don't want to just draw like straight line down. I want to get that natural look to it. So I'm going to try to start off. I'm not even going to lighten up. Normally I'll lighten up the pencil sketch, but it's pretty light today, so I'll keep it where it is. So I'm just going to try to mostly draw broken lines here, you know. Yeah, this pen's like pretty much dead. I might need to bust open that new pack. Pretty sure. Might have to do that. Owls are a mix between fluffiness and featheriness. Yeah, I mean, it kind of seems that way. You know, they get all fluffed up and stuff. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Birds are cool, man. They make beautiful noises and stuff, man. They're really cool. I like birds. I like turtles, too. People that know that reference. I like turtles. I like birds. There we go. That looks pretty cool. That looks pretty natural. And I'll end up drawing some of those longer hairs and stuff later on. But pretty good with this for now. It gets a little bit more straight here, so. So going with a lot of little broken lines and stuff today, I guess. We'll see how this ends up turning out. Yeah, I'm really hoping I can just keep the tone of the paper all that brown. You know, we'll just do a little bit of shading with the pen. Thinking this one's going to be pretty cool. this pen is almost dead, but we'll keep going. We'll keep going. No big deal. Try to get as much as I can out of it before I switch. I've been to Paris. I did some plein air vlogs in Paris. I'm sure some of you guys have seen those from a few years ago. I got some new plein air episodes I'm working on. I need to, or just one maybe, but a few paintings that I'm gonna put out. But whoever likes the plein air adventures videos that I do, for anybody that doesn't know, I have a new channel called Plein Air Adventures, and that's where all the plein air adventures are going to be from now on. I'll upload them on this channel until the new year, but after the new year, they're going to only new episodes will be on that Plein Air Adventure channel. Just trying to get more focused, more niche on that. And focus this channel more on drawing videos and stuff a bit more. Still do the live streams and everything, you know, same way as they are now, but just the plein air adventures are going to be on that other channel. A few folks have already subscribed over there, so I got all the other episodes on there now, so you can go back and rewatch them and stuff, but all the new ones will be up there as well from here on out. Just for anybody who's interested, I know there's a lot of people here that watch those and really like those videos, but they're just going to be on the other channel, just so that, you know, there's only a few things that I like doing. You know, I like plein air, I like watercolor painting, I like drawing, so I'm trying to just segment up what I do rather than it being so chaotic on this one channel. So this channel will be dedicated when I upload videos, which I'm going to start doing soon, instead of only doing live streams. They'll be more dedicated, more focused to drawing on this channel. And the plein air will be on another channel. But anyway, still waiting for a perspective drawing. Okay, all right. What's the name of that channel? It's Plein Air Adventures. Plein-Air Adventures. If you go to my channel, if you go to the Schaefer Art channel, you'll see it on like the suggested channels on the channels tab or whatever. You'll see it. I also made a watercolor sketching channel, but I haven't done anything with that one, but that's where all my watercolors are going to be, I think. I'm still trying to decide a little bit on that, but the Plein Air Adventure channel is definitely what it's going to be a big focus for me. So I'm kind of building that one from scratch. So people that want to watch those in the future, please go over there and subscribe over there and watch some of the videos. Just kind of support me over there, since I'm kind of starting from 0 subscribers. You know, I think there's like 70 subscribers now, or 60 something. So I'm literally starting over with the Plein Air Adventures, but it's all right. That way I can build an audience of people that like those videos, you know, because I have a whole audience on this channel, and there's only very, very little people that like those videos. So it makes sense to move it. Makes sense to me anyway. Yep, more plein air coming. More plein air coming. I know. I got some. I just did like 4 paintings recently. I think I'm gonna condense them all into one episode. Yeah, I got some more coming. Some interesting subjects. Not the greatest paintings ever, but you know, that's how it goes sometimes. It's not always the best. All right, this is looking pretty cool, I think. You know, I'm trying to, I don't know, I'm experimenting a little bit today. Doing more broken lines, more, trying to get it more natural looking, more texture. It just seems like this subject kind of lends itself to, and the way this pen is, it kind of works. I don't know what it means in French. Plein air. I think it means like open air or something. You know, I don't know. I'm not exactly sure. It's a French term. It's a impressionist term. Monet and those guys. I didn't make the term up, so I have no idea what it means, and I'm not French, so I really don't know what it actually means. Okay, let's see. Looking good so far. I'm trying to focus more on the face right now because it's kind of the focal point, you know. So I'm just trying to Oh, okay. Good to know that. Okay, sorry, I was just trying to catch up on the chat there. Isabel, what's happening? Yep, I got some plans for new drawing videos and stuff. Just be patient, please. Be patient. We got some things coming. Got some ideas coming. Next year is going to be a different year, that's for sure. But soon we're gonna have some other videos coming up soon. Just worked on one yesterday and today, so we got some things happening. Okay, this part's kind of tricky because there's like feathers sticking out and stuff in the light, so I gotta kind of watch myself. You're welcome. Yep, better than 2020, that's for sure. Okay. Trying to figure out how I'm going to do this shading because it's very dark over here. I mean, obviously I'm just going to fill it in, but how do I fill it in? That's what I might go with the straight line approach where it's more very, very dark so that it just looks flat. I'm not 100% sure. Because I can't even really see the form or anything, so. Do I do that? How do I do it? I think it's too late to do that now, so we'll just try to make it up. The owl's eye is a bit off from the picture. Yeah, oh well, what am I going to do now? Too late. I could probably cry about it, maybe that'll fix it. not going to be perfectly, exactly the same. I'm not a printer, you know what I mean? But I get your point. I got it. Okay. Well, I guess we're going to do some cross hatching and stuff here for the... I wonder if I should wait on these long hairs, because I might want to do like some white in the background. Just a small bit of white later on against this dark. So, do you like drawing with music or just quiet? I mean, most of the time I only draw on these live streams, so I kind of just draw. I mean, I don't mind drawing with music or anything. I have done that in the past. I paint with music, you know, a lot. When I'm out in nature, I just paint quietly in nature. So, you know, I just go with the flow of what I'm feeling. If I feel like I need music or something, then I'll put it on. But there are times where I've drawn for many hours just in silence, you know, just focusing like a crazy person. But I don't think there's like a right or wrong way, you know, just it is what it is, whatever you feel like doing. All right, we're getting a bit darker here. Hopefully not too dark. Just got to be careful with what I'm doing here. Okay, this is all dark. Let's put this dark shape in here. Kind of going too slow here because we're already 32 minutes in. All right, we're making good progress. I think I'll be fine for this one. We could probably do this a little over an hour or something maybe. All right, it's looking good. It's looking good. Let's try to make this a little more solid. Just feathering it a bit out, feathering it out of it there. Where did I get the picture from? It's a site called Unsplash. unsplash.com, I believe. They have a lot of good stuff you can use commercially for free. They have a lot of good photos, so I just go search animals on there, or any kind of particular thing. Buildings, architecture, you know, whatever. People, humans. Yep, they got it all pretty much. Okay. Sorry, folks. I'm just kind of just focusing here, trying to get through this a bit. Just some things I got to figure out, you know. Oh boy. Yeah, sorry I'm putting you guys to sleep. Putting myself to sleep right now too. Painting is much more exciting, you know. These drawing live streams are just tend to be pretty boring, you know, because it's like it's so slow seeing it all come together. But painting, you know, painting it looks like a disaster very quickly. But you know, you kind of get the idea with the painting very, you know, it's more exciting seeing like what's gonna happen. But with the drawing, it's like, yeah, okay, he's drawing something, like big deal. Feels less exciting, you know. You know, once I put the white on there, it'll look cool, I think. Probably put some white in his eye too, actually. It's pretty bright. Maybe some white around his eye slightly. So we got a little bit of white we could put on here. Look pretty cool, hopefully. Let's try to get in this shadow. I think that's what I really need to start focusing on. I don't really know how I was going to do this one. I thought about doing just strokes one way like I always do. All vertical lines, but it looks like I'm doing some kind of cross hatching here. Instead. Going with the feathers a little bit, you know, trying to when I can. This is gonna need to get pretty dark. Although I don't really have to match the value in the photo if I don't want to, you know, as long as I make it dark, like it's gonna be fine. It doesn't have to be like solid. A lot of black here though, a lot of shadows. No worries, you're not too late. We're only 38 minutes in, so. Hey, thanks for coming as a supporter. I appreciate that, man. We appreciate that a lot. Thank you very much. Welcome to the green people side, the member side. Am I going to paint? Not today. Tomorrow. Today is pen and ink. Pen and ink day. But I did a painting yesterday. I'm doing one tomorrow. It's kind of how it goes. How I do things around here. A little something for everybody every once in a while, you know. For the people who like drawing. Well, the people who like drawing, they get to see it both because when you're painting, you're actually drawing the whole time. You know, people just don't understand that. But it's a different kind of drawing, you know. It's not like this. It's not as boring as this. Oh my God. I'm running out of patience now. Patience running out. Maybe I'd kind of fade out the bottom. Maybe we don't have it as finished at the bottom. Maybe the more focus is up here. Just because I'm feeling lazy right now. Yep, macro patience, not this kind of patience. This is micro patience. I don't have a lot of micro patience, but I can wait a few years though. That's macro patience. I have patience overall, you know, with my career in art and everything, but when it comes to doing a drawing or a painting like this, I have no patience. It's like, all right, let's just finish this thing. I want to put the white pen on. That's what I want to get to. I want to get to the white pen because it's going to make this thing pop. Oh, this pen's running out. Okay. What if I get another one? Let's see, another one here. Is this one good? This one's good. Feels a bit smoother. Let's put the cap on this other one. What time am I going to paint tomorrow? I don't know. It depends on what time zone you're in. Go look, just click on your subscriptions page. Go to your YouTube subscriptions. It's already scheduled. Or go to my channel. It's already scheduled. You can see it'll tell you right in your time zone what time I'm going to be doing it. That way I don't have to sit there and tell you what time zone I'm in and all that kind of stuff. Just go look at your subscriptions page. It's already scheduled. Problem solved. I do it the same time every day, so I'm going to be painting at this time tomorrow. So I hope that makes sense. I try to do everything at the same time every day. That's when I'm free, that's when it makes the most sense. Okay, got a lot of interesting like feather patterns and stuff. I don't know how to do all that kind of stuff. Just try to suggest little patterns everywhere. You know, when I put some white pen on here, it's gonna hopefully bring it together a little bit more as well. Looks pretty hairy though. There we go. It's not bad. We're getting there. We can make some of this a little more solid probably. Useless email. Okay, well, not the best, but we're getting there. Let's do the white pen. Let's get to the white pen. Yeah, if you're getting there, looking pretty good. It's getting there, getting there. Let's see if I can add a little. This is more of a lighter white. Let's see if I can get something out of this pen. It's kind of dead, but I just want like a faint bit of white right here. I don't want a lot. Can't really get anything out of it. What about this one? A little bit here. Okay, so the other white is going to be brighter. Let's try this one. This isn't a new one. Oh, there is white in his eye, actually. Maybe I should try it. I'll do that one soon, I think. Let's do this part first. We'll see if we need to put that white in his eye. We probably will. Yes, I also do watercolor. Yeah, I just did a watercolor yesterday. I did something pretty crazy. I did had like an online random number picker. So I have like 11 colors on my palette. So I just had a random, I picked 3 random numbers that corresponded to my palette, and I did a painting with those 3 random colors. It was pretty cool. It came out really well, actually. But yeah, I do watercolor. I'll do watercolor tomorrow. And watercolor yesterday. I have many videos about painting outside and watercolor from life, plein air series, adventure videos, vlogs, stuff like that. Oh, too much white up here probably. Yeah. What is in my gear bag for going on plein air? I had a video about that, but I made a few years ago. It's pretty much the same exact stuff. But yeah, I can make a list of all that stuff. Just like my paint, my palette, brushes, little water cups, little silver water cups, a water bottle. I use a washcloth, so I buy these on Amazon. I buy these washcloths, these white washcloths. I'll show you guys. So I get like 20 of these, and I just use them until they're all full of paint, and then I just, they're cheap, they're cheap and it's renewable. Instead of using a bunch of paper towels, I like using washcloths. So I bring 1 or 2 of those with me, depending on how much painting I'm going to do. I can use one washcloth for many paintings, a few paintings. And I bring a pencil, eraser, spray bottle. Now I have that little spray bottle, this little thing. So I bring this with me too. Haven't really used it yet though, outdoors. But yeah, I mean, it's pretty simple setup. I can literally, the way I have it set up and the way that I paint, I can literally stand up anywhere and paint standing up, holding my palette, clip on the water cups onto my palette, and then hold the sketchbook in one. I can hold my sketchbook, have the palette and a washcloth on my arm, on one arm, and then paint with the other arm. So yeah, I made a video about that, like my plein air, watercolor plein air supplies or something like that. If you search that on my channel, you'll find it, and you'll see that's, I'm using the same, pretty much the same setup I started using 2 years ago. I mean, I'm using the same exact thing pretty much. So I might make a video about that eventually, you know, that I'm using the same stuff I've been using for, like, has my gear changed at all, and kind of show you what I've added to it. And but yeah, it's pretty much all the same. What do you think about those brushes that have their own water container? How heavy is your bag? Yeah, I mean, normally I squat down on the ground and paint. I mean, most people have to find a bench or something somewhere to sit, but yeah, I'm lucky that I'm able to, like, I have the ability to do that, to paint that way. But I've done many paintings just standing up, holding everything, and that's filming it too. So I have, you can see all the paintings I've done. Every plein air watercolor I've ever done, I've filmed it. So that's the crazy thing too. Like, I've never done a plein air watercolor that you guys haven't seen. Like, I've literally filmed my entire journey of all my plein air videos. And that's what I want to do. Like, I'm just documenting everything I do, you know. I forgot what I was saying though. Yeah, I mean, the little water brushes, I mean, I haven't really used it that much, to be honest. I used it many years ago. I tried it once or twice, but I mean, if you like it, then yeah, I'd use it, you know. It would definitely simplify your materials. My bag isn't that heavy. It's a pretty small bag. I'll show you guys real quick. I'll just take a break. I use this, I'll show you guys on my webcam real quick. I use this small bag like this. It just goes over across your shoulder like this. And I put my camera, my small little camera in here, like my little GoPro Sony Action Cam. And everything else is right here. Sketchbook and palette, everything fits in here pretty much. And then the water cups, and the paper towel, everything goes in there. I have these LED lights if I want to paint at night. You know, I can unclip this if I don't want it on there. But I don't know, I'd have to weigh it. I don't have a scale actually, but it's not heavy at all. You know, because I don't even use a tripod. That's the thing about my setup, is I use a smaller sketchbook and I don't use a tripod. So I stand when I paint. Most of the time I squat down on the ground and just squat and paint. Just because it feels natural to me, feels fine. I know that a lot of older folks, they're not gonna be able to do that. You know, it just depends on your athletic, you know, ability at that point in your life and what you're able to do. But I'm trying to also keep my flexibility and stuff, so when I do get a bit older, I still will be able to do all that kind of stuff, you know, hopefully. It's my goal anyway. But yeah, I just stand up and hold everything. I should show you guys that in a few minutes. I can set it up really easily. Like, so this palette that I have, it has this little thumb piece, so you can hold it. I'll show you guys on the webcam. So you can hold it like this, and I have like a strap thing that I can put with, like, it has a clip. I can clip it around my arm, and then I can wrap my washcloth around that. So then my washcloth sits on my arm right here. And then I hold my sketchbook like this. So I have a whole washcloth, the water cups clip on to this. So then I clean my brush like this, paint, and I have my brush in this hand and I just paint on the sketchbook, standing up, you know. So it's like a one-man painting setup or whatever. But this palette's kind of broken. I need to get a new one, unfortunately. But that's how I kind of do it. I really wanted, a few years ago, I wanted a super simple setup. And actually, if you go to my website, I don't think I have a photo right here, but if you go to my website, you can see photos of me painting in Alaska and stuff. And my very first plein air experience painting in Alaska, I wasn't able to film those plein airs. So those are plein airs that I did where I didn't film them. That was before I started really documenting my plein air journey that way. But there was only like 7 paintings or something, and that was May 2018. But yeah, I have photos of me on the trip, like standing up painting, you know, with the mountains behind me and everything. But I've done that a few times. One of the cool ones I remember, I was on a third floor, third level balcony in France. This is the first day I got to France. Literally, like within the first hour, I got to France in Paris. I was on a third floor balcony in my hotel, and I was like on this little balcony, and I was just painting the street, what I was seeing. It was really epic for me. It's pretty cool. But anyway. Oh man, what the heck? My chat is disconnected. I wonder how can I redo that? Sorry folks, haven't been able to see what you guys are saying. Restore chat. Unable to connect to chat. Try again later. Okay, well that's stupid. I'm gonna try to refresh. Sorry folks, I might have missed some of your questions or something. Hopefully you guys can still see me. Oh, come on. Can't see anything now. I don't know if I'm even on live right now or what. Here we go. Okay, we got 74 people watching, 80 likes. Where's the chat? Oh, YouTube. Gotta love YouTube. And gotta love technical difficulties, right? Here we go. How can you speed the video? You want to see the end result? Well, you gotta wait till I finish it. This is live, buddy. Yeah, I was in Paris. Do I like Pakistan? Sure, I've never been there. Maybe one day. But yeah, I don't know. Can you also put the names of the palette colors you use? Yeah, I can talk about that. Maybe tomorrow I can talk about that more in depth. Pretty basic palette, you know. I mean, I do have it's more of an extended palette. I mean, there's a lot of colors on there. I think I'm gonna have to add more darks to this thing. I'm not really liking what's going on here, but it looks like too much. I shouldn't have done all this white. I'm gonna fade out the bottom. Let's see if I can erase some of this. I tried doing this in the past. Let's see if it will still do it. I don't really like how this is looking. Come on. Best I can do. All right. I didn't want to have to add so much dark to this. That's what I would like to avoid, particularly. Let's add some white to his eye. Maybe that'll help bring the focus somewhere. Yeah, good point. Good point. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, folks. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you're enjoying videos like these, greatly appreciate it. I'm struggling a little bit here tonight with this one, but it's all part of the journey. You know what I mean? Every piece of art or whatever you do, there's always some kind of struggle involved at some point. And sometimes they come out good, sometimes they don't. Sometimes you learn what not to do. Sometimes you learn what was the best thing to do. Just depends. Just depends on how lucky you get on the subject, how you're feeling, all kinds of stuff. So we're an hour in now. We are 1 hour in. Doing pretty well. Doing pretty well, I think. Just need to get more values in here, I think. Just got to fill this in a bit more, which kind of sucks. There we go. I like that. I kind of brought the focus more up here. It's kind of what I want. Maybe we need more contrast up here. Just leave all this junk at the bottom alone. Let's get crazy. I'm gonna get crazy right now. There's no turning back now. That's what I was saying earlier. I wanted to wait on those hairs because I'll do some black over these white lines. And hopefully that'll add a little more depth to this thing. And I just want this background to hopefully give more context to the brown of the owl. It always helps to give it a little bit of color or value in the background in some way. And I normally like doing white. So that's what I'm trying here. Trying to keep this one very simple. Normally I do like pretty thick white, but today I'm trying to just see if I can keep it simple. Trying to fade it out a little bit. Have I ever painted in a plane? No, I have not. No, I have not. That's something to put on the list, I guess. I've painted in some pretty cool places, though. I'm trying to think, where did I painted in some pretty epic places. Which you can see on my plein air videos, but I painted, man, I can't think of any right now. I know I've done some pretty cool stuff. I don't know why I can't think. You know, I painted very high altitudes. I painted, in Hawaii, I painted at the highest point in Hawaii, in Maui, 10,000 feet up, 3,300 meters. So that was pretty cool. That was pretty cool to me. Painted the sunset up there on top of a volcano. Yeah, I feel like I've done some cool stuff. I mean, there's still a lot more I want to do. A lot more places I want to go. No doubt. Can't really do that right now because of this whole stupid situation in the world, but, you know, it is what it is. We just be patient and just wait till we get back to it, you know. Nothing we can do. For the most part, just wait. Be patient. Well, not the best looking owl, but you know what? Some owls are just ugly, you know what I mean? Some owls are just ugly. Let's try to darken around the eye a bit. When you come back to the studio, do you paint your watercolor into a bigger watercolor? Do you use photographs as resources? What is the size of the... I think you hit the enter there too soon. Yeah, Stonehenge was pretty cool. I painted in Stonehenge. That was pretty cool. Had a lot of people watching me, surrounding me. And that one came out to be one of my favorite paintings to this day. Painting at Stonehenge. It's very awesome. What is the size of the biggest watercolors you have done? I've done like 11 by 14, I think. Probably is the biggest I've done. You know, I haven't done many big watercolors. I've done some big oil paintings in the past, but I don't really do oils anymore. That was a few years ago, but I've done like some, you know, 24 by 36 and I think some bigger stuff than that even, but you know, I'm more into just smaller stuff that I can easily ship to people if they want to buy it, you know, and stuff that doesn't take up a lot of room for me or for other people. I'm more of a minimalist. That's why my supplies are so very, very limited and very, what do you call it? Minimal, yeah, minimal. So I try to have a minimalist mindset. Do I paint? Sometimes I paint them bigger, but a lot of times I don't. I painted one or two larger here on the live streams from based on the plein air sketch that I did. And sometimes I'll use the photos, like if I took a photo with my phone or something at that time, I'll use that to refer to, but normally I'll refer to the watercolor sketch mostly because I try to get like the colors pretty close for the most part. Unless I really, you know, I do sketches for all different reasons. Sometimes I exaggerate the colors. Sometimes I'm trying to get the color exactly because I really like it or something. You know, there's all these different reasons I do these sketches when I paint outside from life. Why have you quit oils? Environmental stuff? Partly, you know, the solvents and stuff, like, it didn't really bother me to use those, but just the materials are so expensive. It was a pain I couldn't really do plein air with them. It was hard to be very simple with the materials compared to watercolor. And once I took that trip to Alaska, that was the first trip I took where I did plein air with me. And I decided to do watercolor at that time and bring watercolors with me. And that was all very new to me. I had to buy all these new materials and try to figure out watercolors before I left on the trip. And the paintings didn't even come out that well, you know, because I was watercolor beginner basically. And I just decided, man, like, I wanted to start doing more plein air. I really loved it. And I just didn't want to do these big studio paintings, and I wasn't selling any of the oil paintings. Nobody was buying them. It just became a burden to me, having all these paintings around and having to get out all the materials. It was always a pain to clean up everything. With watercolor, it's like I don't have to worry about any of that. Like, I can leave the palette dirty. I don't have to, like, I literally have to worry about nothing when it comes to watercolor. It's so quick. You get out a sheet of paper, you just start painting. It's so quick and easy. And for plein air, it just makes sense, you know. So that's kind of why I adopted that as my medium now, because it's so easy to sell it when I need to ship it or something. I just put it in an envelope, boom, ship it, it's done. Like, it's just a whole lot of stuff you don't have to worry about. All right, hour and 13 minutes. All right, we got maybe another 15 minutes or so. I'll try to see what I can do here. See if I can bring this thing together a little bit more. Yeah, the live streams are available afterwards. You can... Yeah, being minimalist definitely forces you to, you know, be creative, and, like, that's what I was saying. I can't, with that whole setup, I can just stand up and paint anywhere. You know, it's very it's useful in that way to me. I don't know many people that have a setup like that, you know. And I didn't come up with it myself. You know, I kind of stole it from. I improved upon it for my own needs, but I got the idea from Marco Bucci. He's another YouTuber, but also another artist. Really great guy. Young guy like myself. I think he's in his 30s as well. But he does watercolor sketching like that too. I kind of changed a few things, you know, like I don't use paper towels and stuff. I use a washcloth, and I kind of, if I stand up, I have this clip that I can clip it to my arm and everything. So he doesn't really have that kind of aspect of it, so I kind of just adapted it a little bit to fit my own needs and everything, but got the idea from him, I have to say that, for a more minimalist setup, because I was kind of looking around like, man, what can I do? I need a minimalist. Because when I took that trip, I was thinking of, man, how am I going to do oils? Like, it's just not going to work. You got to bring this heavy pochade box with all these paints and flying with tubes of paint. Like, how are you going to do that? And, like, with watercolor, you don't have to fly with tubes of paint. You just squeeze out a bunch of paint in the palette, and then it dries, and then you're good to go. You don't have to worry about bringing tubes of paint and all this stuff. And yeah, it's just way better. Just way, way better for me. Just makes more sense, you know. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Was watercolor a bit of a threat to use at the beginning? Yeah, I mean, I was really intimidated. Like, I didn't know anything I was doing, you know. I had used a few watercolors in the past. You know, I started using watercolor like 2009 to 2010. And then maybe a little bit in 2011. And then I moved to acrylics for a few years, and then I moved to oils after a few years. And I didn't use watercolor again until 2018. So I didn't really know what I was doing anymore. So yeah, I had a lot to learn. If you guys see any of my first watercolors from Alaska, like, they're not that good. My very last painting is the best one, and that was at the end of the trip, and I was kind of bummed out because I was like, man, when I started figuring out the process, the trip's over and I don't get any good paintings. So it's kind of how it went. But yeah. Am I happy that I'm almost done? Yeah, I am kind of happy. I kind of made this line a little too thick, but what am I going to do? What am I going to do? This one's a bit sketchy today. It's a bit sketchy. I don't really know. I feel like I'm already done with this thing. It's this one I'm not really... I knew this was going to be challenging. But that's how it goes. That's how it goes sometimes. Can't always be super happy with them, I could sit here all day and do all these little patterns and everything, but I don't know if it's going to make it any better. I'm dying. My patience is dying. This looks not as good as I had hoped, but oh well. Oh well. Ow well. Yeah, Isabel, I do that all the time, actually. I do critiques. I do painting critiques. Every live stream ending in 0, I do critiques so people can send their art to me. They can email it to me, and then I show you how they might be able to improve it on it or whatever. So I appreciate the idea. I'm glad we have a similar idea. Try to bring more focus to this eye or something. What's with the drink water? I don't know. I guess I need water. If I drink water, then you'll donate 100. 100 what? Just because of that, I'm not going to drink water. How about that? We have a water. I don't know what else. It could be 100. It could be 100 rubies, 100 whatever other. Is it U.S. dollars? Is it Canadian dollars? Is it French dollars? I don't know what you're donating. Donating 100 something. 100 owls to my animal wildlife fund that I don't have. I'm not a mind reader, dude. You're a water lobbyist. I'm not falling for you. I'm drinking your water. Not drinking the Kool-Aid. Not drinking your Kool-Aid, man. Okay. Well, do you guys think I'm done? Am I done with this? I think I'm done with this. The only other thing I can do is really like make this side darker. Maybe I should try it. Try to go really dark. Try to make this solid. I don't feel like I have patience. I'm glad it seems like that. Thanks for tuning in, Tom Cat. Hope to see you on another one. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate it. Probably already gone. Didn't hear me, but it's alright. I said it, at least. I said it. There's witnesses. Alright, yeah, we're gonna darken this. We're gonna darken this. Me and my alter ego are going to darken this. It might make it worse, but you know what? I don't know. I know, we didn't have enough owl jokes, you're right. I don't know that many. It's all good, Tomcat. I appreciate it. Glad you were still lurking here. Alright, is there a schedule for the live streams? Kind of. I try to do Monday through Friday if I can, but if you go to your subscriptions page, you can see all the ones I've scheduled, and they're usually at the same time every day. And I usually do like, I'll do a pen and ink one day, and then the next day I'll do watercolor, and I just alternate. So there's, you know, something for everybody every once in a while. Yeah, this might make it look worse, but I'm gonna go for it. Let's just, I feel at this point, I can't, it's hard to make it look worse, you know what I mean? So, I'm just gonna try to really darken some of these areas. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty dark. Maybe it's helping it, maybe it's good. I should have simplified and did like just straight lines everywhere, but cool. Thanks for subscribing. I appreciate it. The drawing looks good already, but you were more. Thank you, Essie. I appreciate that. You guys are the best. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. We got 100 and something people watching. Greatly appreciate it. Sorry today's drawing isn't the best, you know what I mean? But I'm trying. Trying, folks. Trying to get it to something. Something looks decent. Better than, I want it to be better than decent, you know what I mean? Just trying. Normally they're better than this, but this owl kind of, I think this owl won. Brandon 0, owl 1, you know what I mean? But it's okay. Sometimes you got to lose some, you know. You can't win them all, unfortunately. Got to lose some to learn something. Lose some to learn. It's just hard doing these negative shapes to make it look like feathers. I'm not good at that. Definitely not good at that. Yeah, I've won plenty other. That's a good point. Definitely have some other good drawings that I've done. But sometimes just because it's a good photo doesn't mean it's going to be a good drawing, you know what I mean? Sometimes it's like... And these feathers and stuff, all this negative shapes and stuff, I suck at this. But I knew what I was getting into. I knew what I was getting myself into, so. I almost thought about using the brush pen to really make it solid, but I think this is okay. I think this is good. I think the brush pen would be a little too much at this point. I almost feel like we need like more white over here, like to give this context or something, you know? It's like we need more, like need more of this white background. What do you guys think? Kind of like, there's one, I drew a hawk one time and I did like this halo around it. Maybe I should try to do something kind of like that with this. Yeah, I'm gonna hit 500k subs pretty soon, within the next month. So yeah, let's see if a little bit more. I mean, there's nothing I can do but just keep adding more to it. So let's just keep adding more until it gets ruined. But I feel like maybe 88 minutes non-stop drawing. Good point. Let's take a break. Let's see. Be sure to check out my website, schaeferfineart.com. Got some drawings like these. These are the good drawings. I got some good drawings over there you guys can check out, and some paintings and stuff. Also, I got a support page, some links on there to donate, Bandcamp for instrumentals that I make, music that I can make for my YouTube channel. You can check all that out. But do you know who your first subscriber was? Yeah, myself. Yeah, exactly. I think we do white in the background on this side too. Let's just like let's do like a slightly circular thing or something. I don't know. At this point, you know what? Like, let's just... It's already not the greatest thing ever, so let's just see how far we can push this thing. How how much can we push this thing off a cliff, you know what I mean? I kind of like the ears sticking out, maybe. That's kind of cool. Like from the white, you know, kind of having it just continue like that. Maybe a little bit more white here. But having the ear kind of stick out, it's kind of cool, maybe. We'll make this a little more round on top, I guess. I don't know, folks. I really don't know. I was just trying to give... I felt like this was just missing, like, contrast and context. So just... Sometimes when you have that brown against the brown paper, it's just not enough, you know? Sometimes you just... I feel like it needs a little more something. So maybe that helped. I don't know. Let's kind of try to fade it out a bit more. Let's use some dots and stuff. It's kind of cool. I do think it helped, I think. Let me look at it. Yeah, I do think it helped. Can I do a sketchbook tour one day? I mean, you guys have kind of seen everything, I mean, on these live streams, but I could, yeah. I mean, I can show some of my, for any of the new folks that would like to see, I mean, I can show some of the past sketches and stuff if you guys want to see some of those. I mean, I've shown them a lot of, I know most of you have probably seen them and probably sick of seeing them, but for any of the new folks, you know, I don't mind showing a little bit. Just so you guys see what I normally can do a lot of the time. This one was kind of, I mean, it's pretty challenging, obviously. Some of my very old stuff, I mean, the only stuff I have stuff from when I was a kid. I've shown some of that before, and I have stuff from like the last few years, but I don't really have like really, really old stuff. Just stuff when I was a kid. When I was like 5, 6, 7, 11, 12. You know, I've shown some of that stuff on here recently. A lot of you guys have seen that. There we go. I think I'm happier with this one. I'm happier with this one now. I think that background really helped bring it together a bit more. At least for me, it makes it feel more full, more finished. Draw some more hair, some more dots and stuff. Ooh. I think this darkening this helped, and I think the background helped. Yeah, maybe, okay, I see what you're saying. You think it needs to be bulged out a little bit more there? Possibly, for that eye? I mean, it is possible. Maybe it's just needs to come out a little bit more. I see what you're saying though, yeah. On the photo, I think there's some structural issues here. I think the head's a little weird looking, the beak maybe. There's some issues going on, but. Hey, LOL kid, we should go to bed. Can I make a space background? No, probably can't. I probably won't. It's already white in the background. I'm not going to make a space background. Mouth looks pretty big than the pic. Yeah, probably is. You're probably right. I think you know what the difference is here? I just saw it. I think the my owl is more long, and the photo the owl is more squished. You guys see that? So I made like everything taller. He's more of a slimmer owl, and then the one in the photo, he's like a fatter, smaller owl. You know what I mean? So I think I got the overall proportions off. Mine is more of like a taller, skinnier owl, but Yeah, big deal. What am I gonna do? You know, if you don't look at the photo, I mean, looks like an owl, still an owl. But most people, that's the thing, most people, when they see the sketch later on, they're not even gonna see the reference photo. They're gonna see it as an owl and it's gonna be fine, you know what I mean? So, that's the thing when you draw animals and draw stuff like this, it looks like what it's supposed to be. And that's really what it matters, you know, I think. You know, it just, it is what it is. But, I only have a few more pages here, folks. I need to buy a new sketchbook. I think I'm going to get a gray one instead of this. This is a tan paper. I think I'm going to get a gray. Should probably order that soon. And then we're going to have some more fun. But I can show you guys some of these old ones. I mean, I think most of you have seen these. But for any of the new folks, we got 100 folks here. So some of these aren't the greatest. Some of my older ones, older than this sketchbook, are really good. But you guys can see sometimes they're not the best. Sometimes I experimented with horizontal lines, but I like to do a lot of vertical lines. Yeah, these aren't that great. This one's really good. That's one of my favorite ones. Yeah, I feel like I just got the shading and the vertical lines. Everything came out really well. See, I kind of like sticking to these vertical lines. It's a lot of fun. And the thicker line work here in certain places. Here's another owl. But see how the background just gives context to the whole thing? So that's pretty cool. Same here. This white gives, you know, that one's one of my favorite too. Really nice lighting. So yeah, you know, sometimes they're good, sometimes they're not. Sometimes they're not. Just depends. Sometimes I don't do any white, I just leave it. Self-portrait. But pretty cool fox. Nice koala. There's a nice little building there. But anyway, I think you guys get the idea. Finish flipping through these. We'll study, more study. Not that great. Hummingbird, that's kind of cool. Some of these I forgot I did. There's a tiger. I also did this tiger in watercolor. Nice little zebra. Turtle. Boom. Got some portraits, studies of features. But anyway, all right, folks, there we go. Nice little flip through. Pretty cool elephant. I like that one. Nice cow. Journey through the sketchbook, through this one anyway. It's almost done, but so we got a nice consistent sketchbook, I guess. It's pretty cool. Thanks for joining from the Philippines. Cool, glad to see you here. Can I draw a woodpecker on the next one? Maybe. I like when you use the blue for the shark. Yeah, I haven't done that in a while. When is your next live stream? Tomorrow. 5:10 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Go to your subscriptions page. It'll tell you when it is in your time zone. It's already scheduled. It's already ready to go. But anyway, folks. Plein air coming soon, probably this weekend or something. I don't know. I'm not sure. I have the videos already recorded. I just got to edit them and do voiceovers and all that kind of good stuff. But anyway, guys, I will see you tomorrow. We'll do watercolor. It's already scheduled. Go check it out. I don't even remember what I'm doing tomorrow. Hopefully it's a good one. So I'll see you guys then. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate it. Peace.